my apologies, first and foremost. But session 21, I prepared nothing. So we're gonna have a fun time.
It should be for something like this.
Yeah.
For the moment.
So, essentially,
It's too late.
it's too late.
It is. I'll have it on deck for next time.
Yeah. But essentially, last couple of sessions, these are sessions like 18 through 20, the group has been following the trail of Orc Itler for the past several months. They finally got to a secret lab facility where he was bioengineering serums to modulate human growth and make creatures that were bigger, stronger, but also on the opposite side, cannibalistic.
Yes, exactly.
And those that were not compatible with the serum were literally rotting from the inside out. So anyway, they got through the first part of the facility, which was just the lab, so to speak. They got into a second tier where the party actually saw a video made by Orc Hitler taunting Murrock, saying that his mother left behind something so precious, and later they found documents referring to the ring that she used to wear, and citing how it had like magical properties that they were trying to harness that they were using within one of the serums. They fight off all of the giants that are within that facility, and just as they're about to, they picked up the information that they could, and there happened to be a circular panel that led further down into the facility. They had already descended about 50 feet, and this is such a huge cavern that you literally cannot see the bottom from this vantage point. Murrock's character decided to push the button while none of his colleagues were with him, and he is cycling down this after a very harsh battle. All of your health and stats and everything that you've used,
nothing has changed,
is already there. Okay, cool. God, this hurts. Okay, so we're gonna start off session 21. So after you tried to jump up at that ledge, you failed your deck save, and you are now just slowly going down this like metal plated wall that stretches down for what seems like an eternity. All around you, it's just eerie silence. And the further you go away from the top landing where your friends were, the darker and darker it gets.
Why don't we have anyone who can do magic shit and help me? What's this? Why does no one do magic?
Hey, where's Murrock?
Because I was like
just
closest
busy
to him.
eating my stew, and like he's gone.
Yeah. So
even with my ability to climb difficult surfaces, I still can't climb up this shaft, right?
It's made of
No.
metal.
Yeah.
So you continue going down for what seems like just forever, but it probably only is a couple of minutes. You finally reach a place where there's like this glimmer of light, and that you can surmise that this is like the bottom of the cavern. How long it took you to get there, you have no concept of that time.
Okay.
And as you're looking down at this small glimmer, you start to see shadows within the lighting on the ground. And these shadows...
Shin.
Sure. What's your preparation? What's the trigger?
If someone tries to attack me.
Okay.
In reaction to someone trying to attack, I want to enter a rage.
Okay. So yeah, give me a perception check, actually.
Okay.
You know how much I love them.
That one!
These, you have no idea. These things could be so tiny. These things could be the most giant fucking like creatures imaginable. You have no
I have no
concept. Fear has completely riddled over you. Like, this is like a very dangerous situation.
This is not good.
You get further and further down.
Wait, the thing is still moving? I thought I got
Still moving.
Oh, okay.
You are still up. I was just about to say you're about 20 feet away from the bottom of
Okay.
this.
So I can see the bottom, but I haven't reached the bottom yet. And at the bottom, I see these shadows, but I can't perceive anything about them.
No.
Gotcha. I guess. Okay.
So,
I wish I was there to help you, bud.
so I'm gonna say that after you're watching it for a little bit, the platform descends at about 5 feet for every 10 seconds.
5 feet for every 10 seconds. And I went about how many feet, or do I not have any idea?
No concept.
Okay. But I also have no idea how long it had been.
But since you've had the vantage point of light, I'm gonna say that you can
Gotcha.
surmise.
Gotcha. Okay.
Fun.
Um,
That's fun.
as you get to about, let's say, 10 feet off the ground,
One of you forgot to give
Right.
my present to
now you
Oh,
can
no, it's
see
Joey.
clear into the tunnel,
there.
but not really clear. It's still extremely
Yeah.
dark,
Okay.
but
I
you
have
do
dark
see
vision.
something. I know.
Okay.
But this is like
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just.
You can see the reflection of its eyes,
Okay.
You're here.
but you can't like
can't make
make
out
it like
look-
full
Fine.
form.
Gotcha. But I see eyes.
You see eyes, and you can tell that, like, from where the eyes placement is, from where you are at 10 feet,
Uh-huh.
the eyes are looking down at you.
So this thing is 15 plus feet tall, or at least 12 feet
Yeah.
tall. Okay, good. Okay.
Drop them from like full.
Gotcha. So this is a giant. I am fighting a giant.
Oh, fun. By yourself?
I'm by myself. There's at least one giant.
You notice
On a different one. Then.
69.
Oh.
I have
You
69
notice-
rats.
this creature emerging from the tunnel. And its movement is kind of awkward. It's very stiff.
My dad made.
It's like but gargantuan that even though those movements are stiff and slow, it is still like a sight to behold. Like just a sway of those arms alone could be like detrimental. But you watch as its attention turns and then it catches you. And then it smiles. And then you see its hand raised behind its head. And then it throws something.
Oh god, can I dodge?
You can roll your initiative, but this is a surprise attack.
Oh god.
Something's attacking
So
you.
I enter a rage, so this What? I am a passive beast.
Oh.
That's a 21 for initiative.
Okay.
Really nice.
Definitely go ahead.
Do we see your first?
What was it? You said
21.
Okay.
Really true.
Yeah, that's my plan. But when I entered the rage, I pulled out the tail.
Okay.
I have the tail.
So, I am gonna need you to make me a dex save.
Okay, I have advantage to rage and I can do it.
Yep. Also, sorry, let me just change up the vibes really quick because shit's getting
That's a 16.
Dude, they might take me.
that does not.
Oh no, I thought a 16 would be good enough. I thought a 16, that's my old character. I thought the 16 took it at every class. Keep rolling on shit. That's the third time she's doing that. She rolled
Oh.
15 dice. Well, I'm in a raid and I have 69 health, so I can take about 138.
So,
That's that.
this is lightning damage,
Oh, god damn it.
and you are going to be taking 78 points of damage.
I do, I found that. Oh no, I did use that already.
Yep.
Oh, fun.
I'm
So,
gonna use the rest of some damage.
Alright, so your turn.
I'm down, yes.
yeah.
Correct, died at the bottom. Oh.
Yep.
We don't learn, we're still doing it.
Forget everything that you just heard.
So,
He's good.
and now Now that we've done that.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude.
Even if we had gone down there as a party, we were all dead.
Mm.
Session's done, but we did.
Well,
Well, Paladin, you get like pluses to deck saves. That would have been clutch.
She was close enough for me.
Which
Yeah.
this platform was only a 15-foot
I'm a
radius.
10-foot.
So all of us would have been there.
on my aura.
Yeah, so you would have gotten at least 3 people or 4 people. You go in the center, you get everybody. Dumb. Easy, done.
Check before going on the platform. Just went on the platform, press the button. You didn't just press the button.
They just
I tried chasing
Yeah.
after him. I just literally didn't make it to the platform in time. That's how fast he was. It was like I sprint to the platform and press the button.
I was already
So-
on. I didn't sprint to the platform. I was already investigating the platform.
He saw a button and then pressed.
He was like, I'm gonna press the button. I was like, I'm coming. He's like, boom.
So we've never had a death before.
No, we have.
So it's up to you whether you want to have like your last moments
Oh.
or if you want to skip past that and we continue to where the party is.
So, like, I've just been electrocuted.
Yeah.
Lightning
So-
zapped you as your soul.
Sitting there, Merrick's lying on the ground, fried, can't move, and looks up.
And when you look up,
Stop. No one there. I know. But I have no one else to talk to, so I'm just
but
talking out of
from where you are lying on the ground in the dark, when you're looking up towards the sky, you're seeing like one singular point of light.
Yeah.
You're seeing where you came from.
Right.
And like as your consciousness kind of fades, you like wind up in this kind of like white plane. Nothing's really going on. You see your friend Utrak like come up to you and he says, I'm sorry for putting that on you. I shouldn't have like made you take on my revenge. It was my responsibility.
You're already dead.
So is this guy.
Yeah, but
He-
Yeah, that's true.
Think about it. He's just like, yeah,
Dead
I'm
now?
already dead, yeah.
yeah.
Why am I not in pain?
You're past the pain now.
Oh God.
Trust me, you don't want to know what's going on down there. You'll be able to see that later, but right now you don't want to see that. Trust me on that one.
Well, okay.
But
I hope they all survive.
they might. The only thing we can do now is watch.
Let's watch.
All right, dude. And when you're ready, I'll meet you out on the battlefield. So, real quick aside, orc culture. This is something that we talked about that you
Yes.
wanted to be a part of. So, orc faith typically believes in a situation similar to Valhalla. So, when they die, they cross over into a plane where they are fighting the great war that is waged between orcs and goblins. And it's like put on like Jesus.
She drew a swastika for campaign.
I changed it, but I feel so much regret for the rest of my life. I'm so sorry.
We will not.
Sorry.
I've done it before. Oh, yeah, this
So sorry. He asked for a character. I was like,
Yes, for Orc Hitler.
I asked for Orc Hitler.
Yeah,
That was
I gave it to him.
I designed
I
my
gave it to
backstory
him.
with Orc Hitler.
Showers.
Yep. Good DM.
so you see Utrak fade, and you see your dad come up, and he's like, "Hey, I know I didn't say this when I was around, but I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of how far you came."
Head down.
It's okay, dude. It's
Defeat.
sometimes we don't always win, and it's okay
Yeah, but this is gonna be bad.
for a little bit. But there's always going to be somebody else to pick up the torch. You picked up mine when I dropped it. Yeah. So his dad died when he was pretty young too. So, but he like continues after like a short silence, and he's like, "But if you have the time, I'd love to hear some of your war stories."
Oh, I've got story.
So, you spend what seems to be only a couple of minutes and eternity together, going over every last detail, yours and his alike, things you never knew about him, things that he never knew about you. And, like, after it, there's, like, for the first time in a while, it's almost like a meeting of heads. It wasn't just, like, always, like, getting angry and, like, forcing whatever kind of conflict because of, like, things needing to get done.
Right.
There's not that like level of responsibility
There's
being
nothing needed.
pushed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the first time that like you feel like you guys can connect.
This is sad.
It's
This is emotional episode.
a very emotional episode. It's our first death. And the last person that comes up to you is your mom, who the last time you remember her was when you were like maybe 3 or 4 years old. And she looks exactly how you remember her. If you want to describe her, feel free to. Technically, she was a storm giant. So typically,
I didn't make any description about her, so feel free to keep narrating.
okay. So typically, storm giants have like a purple bluish kind of skin tone. Their eyes kind of glow with like this luminescent like white shine, essentially, and their hair is typically white as well. But when she was with you in company with your father, typically she would hide that and like disguise it by like presenting as like a half orc. But there is like a change that you notice, and it's like her eyes have that glow. And she looks at you and she's like, I am so sorry.
What did they do?
You don't need to know.
Was that you?
No.
Mhm.
I was never buried. But that's not my body. At least, thank God. That was before he started doing the serums. That ring, I was gonna give it to you. It was gonna help you unlock your giant path. Yeah. Yeah, you would have been about 15 feet tall. Your strength stat would be like a 29. It would have been fucking ridiculous.
Not the raids. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
But someone will pick it up, I'm sure. But you don't have to fight anymore. It's over. It's all gonna be okay. And as you hear her like soothing words, it kind of like lulls you into like this sleep, and your eyes kind of close, and then it gets black, and then you fade.
And with that,
Um,
every death in Mura.
And with that, we have the death of Murok.
Oh, perfect.
So, meanwhile,
Go to see the
At the ranch.
It's one of the best. One of the best. Did we ever forget where Brett went?
so you've been waiting. From what you guys can tell, it has been about 30 minutes.
So
He's been gone.
Started from the platform when it started going down, right?
Yeah, you hear the metal of it
Alright,
going
so
down.
we're looking down the hole after we finished. We're like, what's happening? He's dead, right? I think he's dead. How long
You
should we
hear a rattling that like before it was like,
wait? There shouldn't be snakes down here.
and then you hear rattling going, getting louder
Guys,
as if
snakes
like
coming.
ascending.
There's a snake. The elevators. The elevators coming. What's an elevator?
The circle. What? Yeah, the snake is on its way.
Real quick, so I can regain HP.
We're taking a short rest. Okay.
Yeah,
How's that
So-
supposed to be?
we're gonna say
I'm gonna replenish her HP as well.
because also we've been doing like hit die like wrong kind of technically. I think like a short rest is supposed to be like an hour long.
An hour of nothing strenuous.
Yeah.
Sitting,
So-
talking, reading.
If it's okay with you guys, can we at least push it to like a half hour?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like that's like a fair adjustment because before we used to do it as like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like things like that. Like it's so
We would always, I think,
no, we definitely did like 10 minutes. We definitely did like 10 minutes.
Are we still gonna wait that?
So yeah, so
The elevator's coming back.
you already said you take your short rests.
okay.
With that,
Everybody.
Yeah.
He's gonna be giant. How much?
If I'm taking a short rest, I'm taking the hiccup.
So
Anything incorrectly while I eat this.
God damn. Shut up. The only person having a record.
That's really
And I think we were just still have zero stats.
I just need
And like, how long I got to wait back? We were pretty mean.
I know this thing's gonna crash. I'll put it as hard as I can.
Like,
What if you're
They only like not actually good.
stuff they need down there for some like.
you were usually the paladin, right? That we're doing this. Okay. So,
We're kind of like
we're gonna do this real quick.
Okay.
This is about what it looked like. This was a detached area. You had to cross over this way. Otherwise, you had to climb across this platform to get to the main building. This is all empty space, if you guys remember.
Please rifles.
So, what I am gonna say is that as you guys come up,
Oh God.
I run.
so first let me describe what you see. First, let's just have a quick aside. Thank you.
So quick. It's right over there. Ever get your invisible vest to a torn and torn your frame?
And I'm not selfie, I'm in heavy on.
As you see these 4 blue-skinned, like rotting flesh, like giants come up, you see that all of them have a piece of something in their hand. You see all of them fully at it. You see as something flies off. Can somebody give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Sure.
I would love that. Okay.
Just unleash zombie types.
I was thinking more like the Avatar blue things, but like
At
that's
20.
Titan
Okay.
avatars.
And Baldino?
I got 10.
Okay. So, nat 20 and 17. You notice that it's an arm with an axe. Okay? You notice that it is.
It would be a morning star.
Sorry,
Thank you very
morning
much.
star. Sorry, it's a morning star. You notice very clearly that it's Marok's arm.
Guys,
And Marok's arm comes towards you guys. You see a deck save as this morning star comes I would love initiative rolls from people though to escape.
Oh god.
Okay, so you not narrowly, 22 is amazing. You avoid the Saturday coming so far away that you knew exactly where it was going to land and you were just sidestepping. Yeah, so now it's a matter of escaping, really.
The way we came in close behind.
So what we're gonna do for this is I'm gonna make it that you guys are gonna make group deck saves.
Oh
I'm gonna make it group deck save, and
It's not even taking my luck.
yeah, and we're gonna do this for as many times as it takes to get through. I'm also gonna be asking for subsequent checks of like remembering your path back. So get ready.
My wisdom. I don't have a second character for me. She wanted everyone to have a second character for their plan. Having a learning creative. Bringing I can't get character going.
Ain't gonna end before Jingle gets to play.
I hope not.
Yeah.
No, like
obviously.
so. First round of deck saves. You all see these monsters coming up. After they're done, like, ripping apart their various pieces, they all catch a whiff of you guys. And because, like, their primary target, the half-orcs, have already been targeted and eliminated, you guys are the next targets. So, Sting, deck save to get as far away from this platform as possible.
You should have just given us that. That's Harlan, Derek, the giant zombies.
Standing within throw.
We're going to say that everyone's within 10 feet of them.
Get to add my charisma mod, which is
Throw it my course.
+1.
yeah, it's just plus.
So everybody adds 1 to whatever their save is. Okay, so going around. Okay. What did you get, Phil? 30, 20. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's still enough. We have a dirty 20 and an 18 in there. So even though, like, you're wearing heavier armor than the group, they're still able to accommodate for when you're, like, not as easily able to go around the corner. You know what I mean? Yeah. Using his tail actually as, like, the dash. Yeah. So, for this next check, I want either a survival or an intelligence check to remember your way back out, because now you no longer have your navigator with you.
Yeah, that was me. I was the one who knew
You were the one that, like,
It's +0 on the way.
Wise as fuck.
I have.
so you want to do survival?
Yeah. Oh, it's a terrible begin.
Hey.
I'm fucked.
Hey.
Oh, I'm fucked. I don't remember shit.
We run in a circle.
Thanks.
23. Okay, only one person needs to know directions for you to guys to figure it out. You gotta do
Barnabas, get you guys out of there.
Fine.
you the way that you came in through this room, you went up like a huge flight of stairs that was like coming out of the main office building. I'm gonna say that you guys are on the 50-foot flight of stairs currently. I'm gonna need dex saves with disadvantage, as now you're trying to escape uphill at a fast rate.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so 18, no, 19, sorry, 17. What is that? What was it? It's a 5.
Was it in that one?
Maybe. Can I roll the trick? We are a trick match.
Alright,
Crit
this-
success on success.
for you to save him, strength save with disadvantage.
I do?
Does
Can
do
you
you-
roll action?
yeah. So to just have a flat roll.
Okay. And was it a strength save?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
With the +1 because of his modifier too.
Okay.
+1 from Phil.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oof.
I need you to give me a
Oh, Baltino's just trying to help.
volcano. I need you to give me a strength save to catch yourself.
Already know that's not good. Oh, roll hot, please. Disadvantage?
No, he's helping. He's trying to catch you. 16.
Come on.
You steady yourself and you continue going.
Okay.
But at this point, the creatures are directly behind you. They're maybe like 20 feet away,
Oh, God.
and they're pretty fast.
Right.
So you make it to the top of the stairs. The main office building was a long corridor that just went in one direction. So you know pretty much it's a straight shot from there.
I have 0 health and spells.
From that point on, there's a choice,
I would have so many help spells on my new character.
and I want somebody to give me a survival check.
Shot not. I gotcha.
Fuck.
23. There we go.
23.
We're
So,
going, guys. Don't worry.
yeah. So
Just keep me alive.
So you guys dart right, essentially. You're darting right towards like the nearest door that's available to you guys that also leads down a narrow corridor. Which at this point, those creatures would not be able to follow you within that corridor. I will say though that you hear like certain things like chittering away within the vents.
God, they're
Oh.
Events.
Give me one last deck save. One last deck save, please.
What's on horn when the track starts? 16, okay?
okay. 17 actually. 17.
Okay. 17. What did you get? Nice.
21.
Nice.
21.
Nice.
22.
Yeah. All right. So as you get out of this facility, you actually watch as like the structure of it seems to shake, and it's almost like you can hear like this loud bellow echoing out from it, getting super loud and then exploding out into the forest. So, but yeah. You narrowly escape, and you see like the creatures, some of them eyeing at the door, but none of them approaching towards where the light is, which is interesting, considering that you did technically see creatures of this nature in Orchidler's army, but those were half-orcs, and didn't seem to have this adverse reaction to this.
Yeah.
But yeah. Good work, guys. You survived.
You may, how are you doing?
We gotta go back. Moron might still be alive.
God awful.
How does you may look? Do I roll medicine?
Yeah.
I would love a medicine check if you're gonna see how bad it is.
This is bad.
Ready.
Yeah. Oh, 17.
Okay, so not much because you guys had you had put a tourniquet on it where the wound was. You stopped a lot of the blood from circulating much further past it. However, the area of her calf looks pretty nasty. The wound itself is like extremely blue and purple
Blood
veins.
with like venom or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
If we take it off, we need to get it in hands immediately.
yeah.
Can I like walk over to like what's happening?
What about
It's sensitive, honestly, and especially after like that long like run out. A little bit, yeah. So you're gonna be like having disadvantage on like subsequent like dex saves until this gets like fixed.
Did he make himself puke afterwards? Did he make himself puke afterwards?
Yeah.
You make yourself puke? You shove your finger down your throat. Too late, man. Garrett, you need to shove your finger down your throat right now.
Why?
Save yourself.
No.
By puking out the blood.
Well,
So I need to roll the person up. So
What are you trying to convince him to do?
Knock poison out of my system through my mouth.
Persuasion versus your insight.
Okay. My insight's not very good.
That's good.
Okay. 13. 3.
That beats a 3. It's pretty convincing. It's what you did last time, and it seemed to work that first time, after
4 fingers down my throat.
Yeah.
I still be able to 4 fingers.
Constitution save.
Okay.
He's trying to make himself puke though.
With my +1, 9.
You fail. You throw up everywhere.
Is it bluffing?
Honestly, a little bit. Because it's strange. It was... You're not sure. Because the viscosity, again, it's that strange consistency that you saw before in the lab.
Bucket.
Yeah.
It was the consistency of the bucket of blood.
I think you better get the whole. You just hit this out, Mango. Yes.
Yeah.
You sure did, but the sour mango tastes different.
I don't really know if this is the appropriate music for this.
The sour mango definitely hits things.
It's like a
I was like trying to find like the right one. Yeah.
sour mango. This has to be.
A little bit too intense.
No, I'm trying to tell you. Low, come on.
Okay.
Alright, so what do they do?
So from this point on, I guess you guys decide to head over to Dr. Weaver.
Yes.
Yes.
If we're gonna find a boat to get back to that place.
So it took you
Quite some time.
That's it.
Yeah, it took you about 5 to 6 weeks to get to this area because this was like the southern base of the South Elk Mountains. By
You guys.
the time you get back to where you came from, because also I'm gonna make it the full 5 months because you wouldn't know the fastest way back. You lost your survival guy. No navigator now. You have to like remember everything. So it takes you about 5 months to get back to Savonia, which is where you made port. Yume has been limping for the past month.
She returned.
You have been coughing up more and more blood.
She's got tuberculosis.
No, she's got a foot going gangrene,
Yeah.
and he's got tuberculosis.
It's more like Legionnaire. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Right with this scary.
Joey, I was just going over with them. It's
Small heroin.
Yeah.
yeah, Joey.
Wouldn't be too concerned.
Really quick, I was just telling them that it's been about 5 or 6 weeks of traveling down because you wouldn't know the fastest way to travel down. So getting back to the port of Savonia is fine for about a month. Like she's been limping, and he's been coughing up blood more and more recently. It might be his blood now. So, none of you.
Water.
When you get to the port of Savonia, you only see the ships that had originally been there, the ones that like had brought over the weapons and armor during the siege. The pirate ship has set sail. You don't see it at all. 5, 6 weeks. You guys asked for travel there, not travel back.
Find another ship.
No. Yes. So, there are usable ships. However, none of you are really proficient in sailing. So that's gonna be some extra survival navigator. In this ghost town that was laid siege, remember, when you walked past the square, at this point, these bodies
We got dropped off.
have been out here for like
Ships?
10 to 12 weeks. There are rotting corpses that have been outside for like over 2 months. For almost 3 months.
Well, these two look seaworthy.
I can see convinced how many townsfolk to assist.
They're all dead.
It's a ghost.
I just said they're all dead.
Remember when we got here? We found Orca Braun,
He's right here.
and there were piles of corpses everywhere.
That's where you
We
found
got
the
search for
I'm not gonna lie.
and there's
I don't remember
piles
that.
everywhere.
cross it out of your mind. That's where you found the decapitated head of the child. That was
Well, it looks
impaled
like we're gonna
on
have to sail out
the
here.
pile of bodies. Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I'm very confident.
You may. You're looking fabulous. Keep it rolling. Barnaby.
Alright.
I was in terror.
Let's
Let me see him now.
so
Yeah, we
Alright.
might kill both. I mean, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it.
Hey, everything's cool. Everything's cool. Just get you on board.
alright guys, I have 4 tasks that you can delineate however you see fit. I need 2 people to do strength checks. I need 1 person to do survival checks for navigating, and I need 1 person to make intelligence checks.
I can do perception. Is perception anywhere in there?
And intelligence, I'm gonna say like history of like cartography.
I have history.
Of
insight.
cartography.
No, that's
Yeah. So
history.
essentially, what did you say you have?
Let's say the insight or history.
It's okay as long as we know. As long as we can sail efficiently, we won't know where we
I'm
are.
gonna say the history one.
And what's the last thing?
Guys,
Well, there was also the
real
navigator
good.
one.
It's
So that's
okay, we don't know where
survival.
we're going.
Yeah.
As long as we
So
survive.
survival?
That's why we'll get. We're good.
That's what I'm saying. We're good.
No, it's fine. I got +5. I got +5.
The strength save.
So basically, you 2 are working in tandem, and you 2 are working in tandem because you guys are trying to navigate where you're going, and you guys are trying to keep the ship going.
So can I cast guidance on myself if I roll to cast guidance on
No.
doors?
So we're
Sure.
handling the.
I'll be oars of oars too.
We're in oars.
So
I got 21.
it's more like rope pulleys. It's like a sail ship.
Perception.
Okay. So it's a sail ship, and there are areas that you can use to like row, in like the lower deck. It would need a lot of power
You guys
to
should think-
facilitate that.
Any water that gets in the boat, you guys just pumping it out by hand.
Yeah.
Got buckets.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna take your guys' checks first.
Just straight check. Or simple.
Strength check.
23.
Okay.
30-20.
Nice. Okay. And you guys are trying to show them the direction that they are heading in. You guys have successfully kept it going. Like, there seems to be no problems with the ship. Even though you're not really proficient in it, like, it's not, yeah, it's not proving too difficult.
Oh, no, we're getting.
Okay.
My leg is turning black.
I got.
We're going, but we're going now.
I got a 21.
We know. You know where to go.
21, and you got a what? Perfect. So, you guys, like the map that you've had from like the plans of Orchidler's travels, from like your own memory, from remembering history and knowing where the world is and your place in it. You find pretty much the most straight across route, which takes about like 2.5, 3 weeks of travel. We're gonna say about closer to 3 weeks because you guys are novices. But for any like future things, I would let you guys add. Hey, listen, I was saying with any future sailing things, I was gonna say like I was gonna let you have proficiency to it.
Okay.
So
Figure some shit out.
you finally make it back to the island that Hans Weber has built his facility on. This is the island of Silver Docks. Yeah.
I got
When he dies in like another 30 years.
God, you had like 15 either.
Would you like the sour mango?
Sure.
So, real quick recap, I'll just show everybody. Essentially, they were there and they just traveled, like, well, they were further this way. The world is much bigger than this. But they were further this way, and they traveled all the way back to about
You
here.
and Joey got a ridiculous amount. Ridiculously cheap price. It's
For anybody who wants to see
suspicious.
where you guys are on the map, where you guys went from, would
I'm
be
not-
like somewhere over here more north, and you guys went.
That's good.
That's out of here.
Steve?
So Silver Docks is a primarily volcanic island. There's like a lot of
Overheating.
how do you say?
Ammunition.
It's like a sandy gravel and the shores. And as you approach Dr. Hans Weber's castle, you remember it was like a black obsidian type of mount that he had created. You'd knock on the door, and
Oh, I'm throwing my body again.
I'm gonna do a perception check from you if you hear them.
I'm
Because you're like,
throwing my body against the door. Eat out,
Hello?
please.
Still alive? Or is this my house? We need some help. Oh no. Plus 0, so. Yeah, right.
so she doesn't hear it when you just knock on the door. She doesn't hear it at all. Like, surprisingly, Obsidian doesn't transfer sound the same way, I guess.
Can I try?
Yeah, go for it. You're like gonna like bang on the door as hard as you can. Yeah, let's do like athletics. Fuck. Break the door down.
So that's 22.
6.
Bang. You hear like this ridiculous pounding on the front door.
I'm quite strong. Bang. Thing.
Do you go to answer it?
Shining?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer.
No. Is the sun shining?
At this point, yes.
I'm gonna sun myself in the soup.
Okay. Doing this with like,
He's doing lizard thing.
Joey, you really turned into this lizard thing?
Yeah.
The last few sessions.
Consistent.
The last few sessions, you've been really good about this.
Yeah. You gotta maintain my lizard thing. It's part of my
Sun yourself on the
I'm gonna eat
warm
more
my life.
my
I don't even say it.
sorry. Yeah. You guys are ready? She's gonna answer the door. Who's at the front of it?
I was the one who banged, but she is also like
Okay, so the first thing that you see is somebody who's familiar and somebody who's not familiar. You've never met Yume before, but you have met Derek before. You have also never met Barnaby.
She was.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Oh, wait, yes. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was so long ago. That was my bad. I'm sorry. That was like 7 sessions ago.
Yeah.
I think you're close. I
Sorry.
think so.
Well,
Okay, yeah, so you recognize them both. They seem worse for wear. Like they are literally
rough shape.
Oh,
them, they both don't look well. They both look very sick. You look a little bit gaunt,
Yeah.
and you, Derek, really quick, you look a little bit bloated.
Oh, huh.
Like she's like getting emaciated, and you're like bloating in strange places. There are like weird welts underneath your skin.
Chance a medical doctor as well as this.
Dr. Reaper isn't here. It's just Wolfgang.
Okay.
I opened.
Dr. Reaper home.
I opened the door and I'm just like,
Hello.
"Hello, guten Tag. What the fuck happened to you?"
We need help.
How do you say doctor in German?
Doctor.
It's like, are you okay?
We've sailed 6
No.
weeks to get here, please.
You're gangrenous.
Yes, and it's also poison.
All right.
Been turning
1,
for a
2,
month and a half.
3,
And 4.
Come to-
Torin also.
and 4. Come.
son.
You're just no, with us and money.
Eins, zwei, drei. I don't know what the number is for 4. You come with me.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So you lead them back to the familiar tower. This tower stretches up vertically. So there are spiral staircases on either side that lead up the side of this cylinder. At the second landing, you know that's where a doctor's office was, and I'm going to say that's where you last remember seeing him. So do you lead them upstairs?
Yeah, I leave them upstairs.
Thanks, Hops. Appreciate it now.
So as you lead them upstairs, you also see 2 new characters. If you guys would like to describe how you look currently, talking to Dr. Weber. But whoever wants to go first.
Sure. So if none of you have seen a variant Asimir before, you just see the most stunning human that you've ever seen.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Hair, like you look at him and like you hear some music in the background, some like wind coming out of nowhere.
Descendants of angels.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
He is done in some serious armor. And he just has this smile and aura about him.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm just good. No, he's not really good though. You're fucking awesome. No, you're not.
Some assistance. I'll catch greater restoration.
So you
Restoration on him, sorry.
you want to do lesser restoration?
Will that help?
Nothing. You see no notable changes. You can take that spell slot away, but nothing actually happens.
Yeah, it's okay. Could you just go in
They have-
the doctor, please?
So what's up? Oh yeah, wait. I'm sorry. Introduce what your character looks like, please. Hi. Sorry,
So you
guys.
see before you Steve. He is a black dragonborn of Asbury.
Another dragonborn. This is first other dragonborn they've ever encountered.
Tall dragonborn, 8 I remember average height about 6 feet tall or something.
Yeah, he's like 7 foot.
That's fine. I'm 6.5 feet tall. Adorned in heavy chainmail with a nice large heater shield on one hand and a nice long sword on the other. Yes, I'm Steve.
I would just like to say that dragonborns are extremely rare in my world.
Okay.
So this is the only second person.
Darn, is that your cousin?
That's racist.
You know that. So let's get this movie show.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I need to find my map.
Kidnapped as a baby.
What other place that was
His earliest memories are of growing up with Doncho.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really have much memory like beyond that point. So Hang on 2 seconds.
A few days west of there.
Telford is where you grew up. That's
You guys
just to the west of the halfling
your whole lives.
freelands. And then for you, actually canonically, amazing that you said west. Thank you so much for reading my mind.
Yeah.
We'll say that you are from the Confederation of the Amber Express.
Ooh, I am a Confederate.
The Confederate of the Amber Express.
You can create whatever concept you want for that confederation.
That's fine. I'm just gonna go commonly known as like the Confederates.
Commonly known.
Squinting.
The lands in that area are primarily deserts and open plains. There are certain points of like valleys where like great rivers are.
That's what we're like.
Like you're like, that's right.
You know.
You love it there so much.
Sound pretty good.
For lizard folk,
Like, yeah.
We don't see many like us often, do you?
Never. Ever.
This meaning of
I didn't know where you were from.
this is.
You gonna start to pattern penises now?
Oh.
Priest is yours
I'm saying with
From that's right.
it comes out from inside of you, and you have two of them.
See?
We established this in like episode 4. We established this in episode 4.
Like Irish and here.
It's gonna fall off.
All right, so okay. All right, I'm sorry. Wait. I haven't seen you all in literally like 3 months or something. What's happening?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Clearly, you are not doing as great as I thought. I last saw you.
You're friends.
Which one?
It's really about to fall off.
She was
Kinda.
Emily.
not my friend. I did not leave that organization because I wanted to stay a part of it. They fucking kidnapped my family. They murdered them and forced me to work and create these fucking things, these abominations. I left the project pretty early on. I was there at least for the beta testing.
I cough up one.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I got the mouth. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, how long has it been? How long has it been? No, it hasn't been. It's been like it's been
3 months or something.
it's been 6 weeks and 3 weeks, so a total of 9 weeks.
Like 2.5 months.
2.5 months. So 2.5 months. So you knew from reading the medical thing that I like the medical research that I sent you guys that it took only about 3 months before all of those side effects started happening.
So you're about the base. So I'm gonna show them the blood. It's something to do with this.
Yeah. Okay. Is there another one? Because she definitely doesn't have the same thing that he does.
I'm gonna pull up the 2 serums. We got these 2. They're apparently serums, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Which gender it is.
I'm familiar with the red one. That's the one it creates like super strength, essentially. Is what it was trying to create.
What says which?
Clearly this one. I mean, the growth on his arms. It's supposed to facilitate muscle growth, but it's not actually working because he doesn't have the right genetic coding for it to latch on and make the changes. So he's dying, and I have no idea what's happening with her.
We got no other choice.
Yeah,
So which is which?
I know which one is which. I'm literally telling you. Jesus Christ! I need time. I need time to work backwards. These are things that are supposed to create growth, and I have to create something that destroys that. And these people, you're going to have to stay with me so that way I can observe the long-term ramifications. Because if I fuck up, you're going to die.
Well, we have the serums. We just gotta make a choice. We don't have time.
I'm saying these aren't the cure. I have to genetically bioengineer the cure based off what the serums are.
You're probably fucked.
and he was kicked. He left the project early on. You know that from your last conversation with him, he left like maybe like 5 years prior to the rise of Orkitler as you guys know it.
Well, he figured.
So that's 5 years of research that he was not a part of.
He figured it out.
I will say that you guys do give him a lot of medical, like the research and then some as you were like going through. So I'm gonna make a couple of saves for him.
Okay.
And
So why are you guys for that then?
so from what you guys know,
we were high.
yes. So
Oh, you're with us?
you three,
I haven't introduced yet, but I know I'm part of your group.
essentially you guys.
Who are you?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not there. I haven't been introduced yet.
Downstairs.
Okay.
Or immediately forgot.
Sorry. Wait. Give us 2 seconds.
Like,
Essentially, what you guys know is that Dr. Weber commissioned you guys as like a mercenary group to go and test one of his research projects. And essentially, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be guarding her. You're supposed to be guarding her character, Wolfgang, or I don't know what I don't know. It's a cat person. It's a super fluid cat person. That was like we met.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah, yeah,
But my fake form is a cat.
yeah. She like similar to like looking like a tabaxi, but like black fur.
Be whatever I want.
Yeah, not terrible.
But you guys were like traveling together. Came through when you saw the thing. He's looking for a third party member to protect her, and that's where we're going to introduce the new character. I'm gonna do quick checks for him.
or
That's no.
Where you? So the thing that's
So
that I was
he manages to find like something to abate it. It no longer creates further growths on your skin. But they don't seem to be diminishing in size either. So he's been going through like a process of almost like this is medieval times, so he's bloodletting it. He's trying to decrease the amounts and
okay.
yeah. It is painful. I would love a constitution save.
Some body horror.
What about Dom's
I'm getting to her.
leg?
I'm getting to her. I'm getting to her.
You're gonna miss a leg.
Uh,
Can we craft me like a pig leg?
yeah,
Captain Dome. I'm losing this leg.
Okay. So it's excruciating. I'm gonna say like the very least, like because like some of these welts
Oh no.
that you have are like all across like your stomach and lower regions. Like it is pretty like your hips essentially, like where like because like this is where the digestive tract is, and this is where you first noticed things starting to pop up on your body.
Okay.
So it's very sensitive areas. It's extremely painful. You're probably gonna have scars across your body after this.
If I live, that's badass.
Okay. For you, Dom, he's never seen this serum before. He is really, truly struggling. So he's trying to do a similar thing to you, but with less success. I would love to have a constitution save with disadvantage.
Oh, roll hot, roll hot.
You said this.
Let's go. Not confirm it. Confirm it. Confirm it. No.
What is it?
That's one.
14.
14 is still enough to stave yourself away from like the pain being too unbearable where he is able to finish the serum. It takes longer for him to find a solution for you. However, at the end of this, we're going to say like we're going to introduce your character in this time skip, but about like 2 weeks of working on you. And as a result of you going through this treatment, you start to feel that like your your bloodlust is increasing.
Oh no, I need.
Like now you're starting to go through withdrawals.
Yeah, she's addicted to unicorn blood. She's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
changeling. This is I love unicorn blood. This unicorn blood.
Yeah.
You're 10 years
I need it. I need it.
Changeling. She can live whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think right now she's delicious.
Yeah, she mostly presents as an elvish woman.
Black and the bugs in this cool.
Wait, so what's you find some
Has some like
There is none. They are the same concept. They're the same creature. She is technically the same creature as you, and you were able, on your first meeting, you were able to tell that. You were able to, like, sense that she was one of you. Yeah.
He was
Because not many creatures come from the Feywild, so, like, to find a kindred spirit, that's a rarity.
On a ship to get to a place. We got off the ship and just sprinting towards danger. I'm sprinting for days.
Yes.
Straight at the enemy.
So good.
We were trying to.
Purge, mate.
So, in this 2-week span, his character is going to also answer the call for another commissioned mercenary. Yeah. So if you would like to introduce your character, we'll skip the formalities of knocking on the door.
Yeah,
and
that's
getting
fine.
Brought up.
So I am Helios Oxley. I am a half elf. I'm in scale now. I have a sword and shield. My any exposed part of my skin that you can see, aside from my face, has tattoos on it of like they look like tattoos, but you actually notice they're like sort of moving a little bit. And it's like geometric formulas and like clocks and like pieces.
He's got the Archimedes style tattooed on his body.
You can see it's like my hands, my arms are moving
So
now.
like Maui. So I guess
But it's like geometric formulas and clocks and stuff, and it's all moving around.
Equals MC squared.
I carry a sword and shield, and my sword has like little clocks and stuff engraved onto it.
Where's tattoos moving? I don't know. Am I, guys? Is this pure working, or is that guy trippy as fuck?
He's definitely trippy as shit.
I mean,
You're so fuck.
okay. Good as like the boiled sag.
I walk over you guys. I'm like, no. They move. They definitely move. You're not crazy.
But they're not.
You're rolling.
No. Him or him?
No, him.
I just. I don't know.
Stop talking about my phone.
Wants to talk about stuff already part of it. You see them, they're fucking nasty.
Oh, fuck one. Again, it's gross.
Well, let's help them. It's the
yeah, we're in this together.
Yeah, thanks.
The shit.
You look like shit.
So,
That's like shit now. That's like shit.
Yeah, but he still looks like shit.
Yeah,
I call them shit. It's one of them.
It's interesting people you travel.
My best friend.